If you believe silence always means peace, then you've never seen someone quietly walk out of your life while wearing a smile that makes everything seem perfectly normal. Sometimes, the most heartbreaking goodbye is the one you never realize has happened until it's far too late. The night Daniel smiled at me, I didn't think twice about it. That was my biggest mistake. After 8 years of marriage, routine had replaced meaningful conversations, and comfort had taken the place of genuine curiosity. I stood in the kitchen, scrolling through my phone, only half paying attention to the sound of his footsteps behind me. He picked up his keys from the wooden bowl beside the front door, gave me the same warm, familiar smile, and didn't say a word. "Back soon?" I asked casually, without even lifting my eyes from my screen. He stopped for a brief moment. "Yeah," he replied, his voice softer than usual. The door closed, and I simply went back to my phone. That was the last ordinary moment of my life. Hours passed. Then the night faded into morning. His phone went straight to voicemail. No calls, no texts, no explanation. At first, I convinced myself he had been delayed. Maybe work kept him late. Maybe his phone battery had died. But deep inside, an unsettling feeling slowly began to grow. A quiet voice kept whispering that something wasn't right. By the second day, I was calling his office, his closest friends, and even his brother. No one had seen him. That's when I noticed something strange. His closet wasn't completely empty, but it wasn't full anymore either. A few of his favorite shirts were missing, along with his watch and important documents. They were small things, carefully selected so I wouldn't notice right away. My chest tightened. This wasn't an impulsive decision. This had been planned. A cold wave of realization swept over me. That smile. It hadn't been ordinary. It had been his goodbye. Fear quickly turned into anger. I searched through everything. His laptop, his desk drawers, his emails. Then I found it. A folder I had never seen before, hidden deep inside his files. Inside were screenshots, receipts, and photographs of me. My heart nearly stopped. Pictures of me meeting someone else, sitting together in cafes, laughing, leaning in a little too close. Messages I believed I had deleted had been saved, printed, and carefully organized. Daniel knew. Every secret I thought I had hidden had quietly been collected by him. My hands shook as I kept scrolling. There was a complete timeline filled with dates, notes, and even audio recordings. He had never confronted me. He had never shouted. He had never argued. He had simply watched and waited. At the very end of the folder was a video file. With trembling hands and shallow breaths, I pressed play. Daniel appeared on the screen, sitting calmly in our living room, looking directly into the camera. "If you're watching this," he said in a steady voice, "then I've already left." My throat became painfully dry. "I didn't leave because I hate you," he continued. "I left because I finally understood who you really are, and who I was becoming while trying to love you." Tears blurred my vision, yet I couldn't look away. I smiled when I walked out because, for the first time in years, I felt free. You never even noticed, and that tells me everything I needed to know. I collapsed onto the floor, crushed beneath the weight of every word. "But I'm not doing this to hurt you," he said gently. "Everything I discovered could have ruined your reputation and destroyed your life, but I won't, because I'm not you." Silence filled the room. "I only wanted you to experience what I lived through," he whispered softly, "the feeling of being invisible and completely forgotten." The video ended. I remained sitting there for hours, replaying his final smile over and over, realizing how easily I had ignored the signs that something inside him had already broken. A few days later, the divorce papers arrived. They were clean, simple, already signed. There were no arguments, no dramatic confrontation, just an ending as silent as the way he had walked away. That's when the truth finally hit me. Revenge isn't always loud. It doesn't always come with shouting or broken glass. Sometimes, revenge simply smiles, picks up its keys, quietly walks out the door, and leaves you alone with the truth you've spent so long trying to escape. Before you leave, if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps me continue creating more powerful, emotional, and realistic stories like this. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new upload, and let me know in the comments, what would you have done if you were in this situation? Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next story.